Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Growing Orchids in Jamaica. When I just started my YouTube channel, my first video actually was about my orchids on my veranda. Well, today I'm going to be giving you an update of what I have blooming on my veranda. So if you want to see what's blooming on my veranda, please stay tuned right after this intro. Today I'm going to introduce you to a number of the plants that are blooming on my veranda. Most of the plants that I have on the veranda today are actually Dendrobium orchids. So I'm going to introduce you to each one. On the veranda I have about 3 different types of Dendrobiums that are striped. I just have a passion for striped flowering plants. So I'm going to show you this first one. Unfortunately, I do not have the ID for most of them. Let me just look here if there is an ID for this one. I am not seeing an ID here, but nevertheless, it is actually a beautiful plant. It actually has on 2 spikes, one very big one which is actually bloomed out, so it is actually putting on this full and beautiful show. It is pinky creamy, or creamy, but creamy with pinstripes, pink pinstripes in it. And it is just also beautiful. I just love it, and I think it makes my veranda even more beautiful. It is actually purple with white splash in the center of the bloom. That's the Dendrobium in Nobi. Alright, this other one, this is actually one of my favorite Dendrobium. I don't have an ID for it, but it is just so awesome looking, and whenever it blooms, it just gets your attention. It actually is also similar to the previous one, the one that is below it here. However, the patterns are totally different. So it's actually a cream background with also pink stripes, but the pattern of the stripes are so different from the previous one. Actually, the pattern forms somewhat like a star. So I call it my star Dendrobium. I hope you like this one as much as I do. Alright, just zeroing in on another candy stripe Dendrobium. This one, the stripe in this one is deeper than the 2 previous ones that I showed you, but it is oh so gorgeous and oh so stunning. So right here I have 3 different Dendrobiums that are striped, and they all have different shades and different pattern in them. Yes, so gorgeous. Now I have another Dendrobium right on the veranda here, but this one is deep pink with a deeper pink pattern in the blooms. Look at that. They are extremely beautiful. So now when you look at the pattern on this, I tell you, it is just so amazing. The pattern forms like leaves, or you know, just like another plant growing in the bloom, and it is just also beautiful. Look at it from a distance. Right. On the veranda again, I have this white Phalaenopsis Dendrobium. And if you notice, it has a tinge of green in the center of it. Yes, that's my white Phalaenopsis Dendrobium. And this is blooming on the veranda. Let's look at what I have in my three-legged pot. Right, in my three-legged pot, I have this lavender looking Dendrobium, and in this corner I have only Dendrobium at this time, and this one has 2 spikes and is oh so beautiful. Give you a close-up of it. The white Phalaenopsis Dendrobium, I noticed that it has a mild fragrance. It smells awesome. Right, here's another Dendrobium. This other Dendrobium looks like a free-spirited bloom. It's just all over the place, and it is not necessarily uniformed. It gives you the look similar to that of a spider kind of bloom. So it is creamy with pink and deep pink in the lip. And just look at the pattern in the lip. The pattern is spectacular. Look at that. Wow. So that's my free-spirited looking Dendrobium, which is blooming on my veranda. I'm gonna take you to another one that is a little high. Now look how bunchy this bloom is. It's not brightly colored. It is more of a brownish with green, but it is putting on a nice show here and is actually making a statement. Now look at that. So it is brownish green with green and a sort of yellow green within the lip, on the lip. Look at the pattern. Wow, really spectacular. Let me now zero in again on another area or another one, and this is another twisted looking Dendrobium plant that I have blooming here on the veranda. Let's see if I can get a close-up of it. Right, so it's also another freestyle looking one, but this one is actually deep pink in color, and it is oh so beautiful. So let me give you a shot of what all the plants in this area on the veranda looks like. tell you that this one is actually my favorite. It is delicate in color and just give you this sort of serene feel. Oh, so beautiful. Here on the veranda, I have 3 Phalaenopsis orchids, but most of them have already bloomed off. So this is the only one that is actually putting on a little show here. This other Phalaenopsis, but as I said to you, it's already bloomed off. So it has only one bloom on it. It is white and it actually put on a splendid show, but I did not capture it while it was putting on its show. Right. This one is not a big plant right now, but I can see where it can actually put on a splendid show. So it's another Dendrobium, and as I did say to you in my first video, that I do have a lot of Dendrobium orchids, and these are the cane Dendrobium orchids. The medium I have these orchids in are basically river stone, and that's all I have them in. And I fertilize them once per week, and I water them at least twice per week. I actually have most of them at 50% shade, and there are some that I have in full sun. But you know, in order to put them in full sun, you have to acclimatize them, which that is what I do with those that I have in full sun. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And so you never miss another video, please subscribe to my channel. And as we say in Jamaica, Falabakami. This is the Orchid Doc, and I am growing orchids in Jamaica.